to see what you can do. Can you beat this, my man?
Welcome back to Blue Jay Bonsai. And today I'm going to be doing the $50 DIY Bonsai Challenge. And of course, when I think of trying to find something affordable, especially if you're looking tropical, I think of tropical expressions. And so my first thought was actually a Portulacaria. But then I thought, I really should try to do something a little different. So I was taking a look around, and there's a lot of great material at great prices, like this parrot's beak, which I already have. Then I spotted the junipers. I actually hadn't even considered a juniper originally. But when I saw how many juniper they had, and what a great price the 1 gallon junipers were, I thought, this just might be a contender for the $50 Bonsai Challenge. So this is the discount section, right?
This is the discount section.
Right. So anything I find here, it's like about $5 off.
About $5 off the regular retail price.
All right. This could help me win the challenge, I think.
I think so, Jay.
So there were actually lots of great plants or trees in the discount section. But for some reason, the juniper just stuck in my mind. I thought it would be, just different enough that I just might win this challenge. Hey, what's the prize? No one told me what the prize is. I thought I'd go check out the discount pot section because depending on what pot I would find, it might actually help me make up my mind on which tree to get. So there's a lot of great pots there in the discount section, but nothing jumped out at me, although this is a really great price. So I checked in the regular price section as well, and actually the prices over here are just as good. So there's all kinds of affordable options that I could use for this $50 challenge. Now these pots really stood out to me. They look like rock or stone, and the prices are $8 to $15. Awesome. And something about this one just called out to me. And so I think I have made a decision. And as usual, everyone at Tropical Expressions were so helpful and knowledgeable, and it really helped me save a lot of time in finding all of the materials for this $50 Bonsai Challenge. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to find some type of soil or substrate to go along with my tree and pot, or if I'd have to reuse the soil like Nigel did in his challenge. But Tropical Expressions had so many nice little packages of all the different bonsai soil components that you'd want that I was actually able to pick up one of my new favorite substrates, some pumice. So with everything chosen, it was time to see if it would all add up and I'd still be on budget. Yes! Fantastic! So back at home, the fun and games are over, and it's time to dive into this challenge. So first of all, I got this beautiful little juniper, and of course we can do a little bit of pruning and styling for our $50 bonsai challenge. Next is this actually really cool pot. It almost looks like stone. A lot of the more inexpensive pots tended to be, glazed with color, and although some of those do go well with the juniper, I just really thought that either an unglazed, or in this case something that looks more like, natural rock, would complement the juniper a lot better. So this is really cool. I was able to get this nice little pack of pumice. So I'm going to try and reuse as much of the soil that comes with it. There's actually some nice pine bark in there as well. And I thought that the pumice, since I was able to get it and stay under the $50 price range, would just really be a, what's the right word? A good soil amendment. Yes, this would be a nice soil amendment. So, without further ado, let's dig in. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get this tree out of the pot. So you can see lots of roots. I'm just going to use my gentle rake for this. It does a great job of loosening everything up, but it doesn't actually, you know, tear into the roots and hurt them at all. So we say June is for junipers here. That being said, it is early July, so I think it's going to be okay repotting this juniper now. Just gonna get rid of this piece of bamboo. Go. So, it's not bad at all, actually. Some nice fine roots there. It's actually quite nice. Very happy with that. Right now I'm just sort of trying to establish the real base of the trunk. So we're going to keep this longer root right here as the base, which I think we will. Alright, there we go. Now I figured it out. There was another root there that was kind of tangled in. So I've loosened that one out. So that's two. Okay, yeah. So that's the true base right there. So before we go too far, I'm going to put some drainage mesh in the bottom of this. So I'm I'm hoping this counts. This is a pot I was using for one of my tropicals. As you can see, it has some mesh and wire in it. So I know you can talk about recycling, so I'm definitely going to recycle this from this old pot. And there we go. And we'll just fold those over. I really like this side for the front. It's got more angles, more bumps. Yeah, it's really nice. So let's do a little test fit with the juniper. See what we could squish in there. So obviously, I mean, I could technically squish that in there. But I am actually going to give it, there would be no room for soil, so I am going to trim it up just a little bit. Take it back there. It's got lots of some fine roots back there still. I think that's pretty good. Jump that back there. There's a clump there. Now it's pretty big. Whoops, pretty big. A lot of fine roots, but right next to it, where I cut it, there's this other root branch right there. I think that's that'll do it for getting it into the pot. Actually, yeah. That's the the carnage cam #1. So let's take another test. And the thing is, interestingly, I originally thought that that this would be the front, and I don't like the way the pot points this way. The tree points that way, so I'm actually going to make this the front now. Let's give that a try. Oh yeah. It'll fit very nicely. So I'm going to start with the pumice. I want as much pumice as I can. Actually, and just going to sound crazy. Actually, so that pumice alone almost fills the pot. So that tells me I don't need that much of the original soil, which is nice. So I actually want to screen out. It's not the best setup, but I'm going to put some of the original soil through. Okay, so I've mixed in a little bit of pine bark. And it was a really big piece. I just give it a little snip. I think that's going to be pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and just ignore this mess. Get our pot. Nice base layer. Do it. Yep. See if you can see in there. Oh, I don't think you can see in there. I'm gonna backfill. Just work that soil down into the roots. Wiggle, wiggle. Make sure it works its way in. And we have no air pockets. Okay, so there's what we have so far. My battery ran out, so you didn't see that I dropped a little rock here just to help stabilize. But otherwise, that's that. So we are going to do a little bit of pruning, potentially a little bit of wiring. So let's get to it. But of course, first, it's got to have his official first drink. It's just too much going on. Very bottom. Start pruning it away. Hopefully we can get in and start seeing some little trunk line. Now we can start to see the trunk a little better. Probably should have wired this one in, but what can you do? As Tom says, what can you do? What are you gonna do? So you have another nice branch right here. So again, you always want to try and clean up the little crotch growth. Just try to be careful not to cut the entire thing off. And anything that's a little too close to the trunk gives it a juvenile appearance versus a more older, mature. This one's going straight up. Take it off. Same there. Oh, look at that. Found some nice pumice. Yeah, so I'm gonna lose that one. Big chunk. Just keep taking off some of this downward growth. Straight down. Where's my tweezers? I need tweezers. The birds are out in full effect. You hear them tweeting away. Straight down. You're a bushy pad. And that's because there's 2 branches there. Okay, for now, I'm going to leave this little guy Little cutie. So doing the alternating. I'm still torn what to do with this. Bring him down. I need to bring him back? Maybe? Maybe bring him back. Forward, back, leave you, leave you. I may cut more of this one off. I'm going to leave it for now. Alternate, alternate, alternate. Then here. What a mess. So it's still quite bushy in here. So I'm going to take this bottom growth off. This is on the curve. Just want to try and get this stuff that's straight up, especially when it's right near the trunk. Just give a little bit of definition. Okay, so not bad. Not bad for a first start. So figure out what I'm doing with these. I could cut everything off and make it windswept. Just one idea. Oh, that would bend. That would bend, actually. Alright, I'm going to put some wire on now. See if we can have some fun. Okay, I'm going to try starting with this number 4. I like to start the wire from the back, if at all possible. Try some of this 2.5. I'm going to get these two together. I'm going to bring him back. He can stay the way he is. Alright, so on this one I have to go back, so I want this to come from here and over. So I got to get up down to that one. This one I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna twist this. Which way do I want to twist? This way. There we go. So I want to flatten out those pads. Carnage Cam. Whoa. Whoa. It's also a bit. I have some used sphagnum, as you can see, stolen from another pot. Put this down, and it will be the base that our good moss will grow onto. I'll put that all around. I'm just going to see if I have a rock with a more matching color. Let's go see. Alright, let's see what looks best. That one. Yes. So there's that one. That one's too small, but I do like the colors. I think I'm just going to use that one. Actually, the whole point was just trying to get a rock behind the trunk to get everything just leaning forward a little. So I think I'm going to do that. Now move on to the moss. Some good stuff here. Oh yeah. Some scissors. That looks pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Let's see. Oh yeah. I like it. Let's just tidy up and take a final shot. Alright, so let's take a last spin. So there we have the final composition for the $50 Bonsai Challenge. I think it worked out quite great, and I'm actually really happy that I chose to go with something different than my typical Portulacaria. I hope you like this tree as much as I do. And I just want to thank everyone at Tropical Expressions once again, because I'm not sure where else I could have gotten such great materials at such a great price to help me win this challenge. I still don't know what I win. What am I going to win? And I'd like to extend this challenge to Dave from Dave's Bonsai. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.